Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. I wanted to start a new series on statistics. There was a solid reason for me to start a series on statistics, and I felt personally statistics is a very important thing, and statistics is a backbone of all the new and trending technologies. Say for example, data analysis, data science, machine learning, deep learning, neural networks and artificial intelligence and generative artificial intelligence. All these things, have the backbone as statistics. And if we don't understand the statistics, it will be a nightmare. We will be just button pushers. We will not be the actual executors if we don't understand statistics. So I understood that statistics is the backbone. So I thought that I will teach why statistics and how statistics is connected, and we will be deep diving into statistical concepts related to data science, related to data analysis, and hope this series will be a beneficial series for all the aspiring data analysis and data analyst and data scientist. I want to share this personal experience with you. I was learning data analysis and data science, and I was working on a couple of projects, and I was able to write code fluently on Python, Pandas, and few other Python libraries. And I was quite happy generating, graphs. But every time I hit one statistical term, say for example, I hit a term like p-value, or I hit a term, statistical term like confidence interval, or an hypothesis test. I was stuck. I was not able to understand the real crux behind it. Why is it used? What is it doing? And where is it used? Why are we using that one in data analysis? I didn't get the complete picture. So I am a learner who tries to learn the length and breadth, appreciates its beauty, and then only I'll be passing on to the next concept. So I was really stuck here. And that is when, it hit me that, I understood that without the statistics, I cannot truly call myself as a data analyst or a data science. And I would be just pushing buttons, not actually, interpreting data. And then I thought to myself, it is not just me. Many of us, the online viewers, many of us rush into this data science, machine learning, or even artificial intelligence, but forget that all of it runs on statistics. So statistics is the key backbone of all the machine learning, deep learning, artificial intelligence, and GenAI. So I wanted to start this series. So I have given this session by name Why Statistics. And here in this session, we will be understanding the concepts. We will be understanding the concepts. So here we are going to understand the hidden power behind AI and data science, how the statistics is connecting, and how where the statistics is actually used in AI and data science. What are the concepts that is being used? And we will be understanding those concepts in a greater detail. And that is why I would say that statistics is equivalent to foundation of an AI. So if you want to understand, not to use AI, if you want to understand how AI is being built, how AI can be made better, how you can be a developer in AI. So for that, statistics is important. And I would say that statistics is the foundation of AI. And without the statistics, none of this revolutionary technologies works. Say, for example, every algorithm, there are so many machine learning algorithms, there are so many prediction model, there are so many insights getting generated. All these, depends on the fundamental line on statistical principles. And that is why, I thought, let me have a session, let me have a series where I will be teaching statistics with related to data analysis, with related to data science, and how and where these statistical principles are used in data science and in data analysis. I thought, let me teach and make a series out of it. Many teachers online, they directly get into machine learning, they directly get into artificial intelligence, but without these fundamentals, it will be really difficult for us to understand why. So I am here to explain and teach you the why concept here. So I want to also share my personal experience, only then you will be able to understand why this concept is really important. Like as I told you in few minutes back, we are all, we wanted to be an aspiring data analyst, and I was good at coding. I mastered Python and Pandas, and I was able to generate quite a few good visualization graphs, and felt, I was pretty decent, that, I was confident in my technical skills. But, only when, the actual crux, if somebody want me to explain what is a p-value, or what is a confidence intervals, or what is an hypothesis test, I was not able to explain it and express and clearly communicate why this is used, and for what purpose is it are we using in data analysis. And if we don't understand the why, we will be just like a button pushers, just pushing buttons, and we will not understand the story behind the numbers. So if you want to understand the story behind the numbers, you definitely need to learn statistics. I am not going to cover statistics end to end. Whatever is necessary for data analysis, data science, those concepts I will be explaining and covering it with a lot of examples in this series. Okay. The truth, while I was journeying in this phase, I was able to understand that, without the statistics, we or ourselves, and many of us cannot call ourselves as a data analyst or a data scientist. We would be just, pushing buttons and not interpreting data. If you want to be really called as a data analyst or a data scientist, definitely you should understand what is a statistics and the statistics principles that is used in data analysis and the data science. You should be able to understand and explain these concepts. When you're directly jumping into data analyst or data analysis or a data science course, you cannot gulp two languages at a time. First, learn statistics and take few examples how the statistics problem is solving data analysis problem and data science problem. Then once you're confident in the statistics principles and concepts, then you can jump into data analysis and the data science, and that will be a cakewalk because you have already understood the fundamentals. There you will be able to implement it, and you can have a easier way to learn and implement. So I would also want to say that statistics is just not a subject to learn. It's just, we have to treat that one as a bridge between writing code and truly understanding what the data is telling you. So I am trying to bridge the gap that from the code and the logic, because if you are working as a data analyst, or you are working as a data scientist, or you are trying to be an aspiring data analyst, aspiring data scientist, if you are trying to jump it directly into a course without understanding the fundamental of statistics, it will be very difficult. So I don't want to teach the statistics as a subject, but I want to bridge this one so that, wherever you are, this particular statistics will try to connect you to data science and data analysis. Okay. The next thing what I want to cover here in this series is that, this statistics is just not, coding, my dear friends. It's just not, a math problem that we are trying to solve. We have a lot of real time use cases. We have a lot of things that, the real world is built on statistics, and there are a lot of corporations, big corporations, MNCs have built their products on statistics. And I'm very happy to deliver such products. We have all used, these products in our day-to-day life. We have all used ChatGPT, right? This ChatGPT, uses a statistical term, probability distribution, where it predicts the next word, and it will be able to answer most of our questions. So as ChatGPT and most of the AI models, like say for example, there are so many AI models, there are so many, AI applications that surround us, and all these things, they predict the next word using something by name probability distribution. This probability distribution is a statistical term, and that term is used in ChatGPT and AI, which helps us to answer certain questions in the best way. And these models are trained on a huge or massive data sets, and this statistical models are helping our ChatGPT and AI. First point. And where all this, this particular statistics is used. Say, let's take up another business use case, use YouTube recommendations. Say YouTube, once you're watching a particular video, it recommends another video after watching the initial video. How does it work? It's just not making a guesswork, it is using a statistical algorithm to analyze your viewing patterns. What are the videos that you have watched? In what point of data, in what point of time you have watched it? How many times you have repeatedly watched it? And what is the content that you are giving, that you are liking and subscribing and, and commenting? All these patterns it's taking, it's doing a statistical analysis, and then it is trying to recommend the most likely watchable video. Again, there is a statistical algorithm involved in our YouTube recommendations also. So statistics is very, very important. And the next thing, say for example, Amazon. Amazon is an huge e-commerce application, and these applications, if at all they are trying to make any business decision, say for example, they wanted to have this add to cart button. Everybody knows that in Amazon, the add to cart button is in blue color. Say suppose there are the UI designer, says that he wants to change the add to cart button from a blue color to a green color. So, that involves a lot of customers' emotions are connected to that add to cart button. And if in case, they don't want to push that, change immediately to the production. So what they will do, they will run something called as A/B test, and they will do certain test whether that changing the color from blue, is it increasing the sales, or changing the color from green, is it increasing the sales. And they found out through ABT test, A/B test, that is again a statistical test that we will be running to test whether any change or any business decision, any pricing strategies, or any product placement, we will be testing using this statistical test, and see if it is adding significance. Only then that will be pushed or recommended in the production. Otherwise, we will not be moving forward. So, statistics is involved in each and every part of our life. So, it is very vital for all of us to learn statistics. And the next thing is that what are else, where and all, statistics is used. Statistics is not only used, in ChatGPT, YouTube recommendation, and Amazon success. It is used in the medical field also. Let's say for an example, there is a pharmaceutical company, and they are trying to introduce a new drug for a particular disease, and that disease is curing, out of 10 patients, 6 patients are cured. And pharmaceutical company, cannot directly launch that product to the market because it is cured 6 patients out of 10. They will do run some pharmaceutical company will run something called as a hypothesis test. This will tell whether your decision that you are trying to make is going to add significance, or is it just a random noise that it is happening or is it just happening in a random way. So those things, in a statistical term, you will be able to prove. Only then the pharmaceutical company, only when they statistically prove that their drug is curing and having very good efficacy, only then that will be released to the market. So there also in medical breakthrough throughs also, statistics is very, very important. Okay, and the next thing, even in sports analytics also, statistics is very, very important, because we have all heard that batting average, player performance predictions. We have seen that if there is a match streaming, we will see that Virat Kohli in this home ground is likely to score somewhere around 70 or 80 or 90 runs in this ground. How they are able to predict? Because they are using something called as performance predictions based on the home ground. What was the past data and what were the data that they have? What was the max score? What was the minimum score? What is the average score in that particular ground? So during putting all these data, we do have sports analytics also is a strongly supported by statistics. So statistics also plays a very important role. As I told you, even in business decisions, say for example, there are a lot of products that is getting launched in the market. So if you are launching a product for the first time, if you want to do any market research, you want to do what is the pricing that you want to keep for that particular product, you want to know which particular segment that you want to target this product for all such business decisions, you have a statistics helping you with an answer. So statistics is very important in business decisions. And okay, we all understood that statistics is important for each and everything in our work. Now, what are we going to learn from these series? We are going to learn couple of things. So before we going and learning what are the things that we are going to learn in these things, let us see what are the drawbacks that we are having as of now, so that we will try to address all these drawbacks. Okay, the first drawback is that we all can write Python scripts. We can manipulate the data with pandas and create visualizations with the good matplotlib library. We are good at it. We can do that one. But can we really interpret, can you tell me, can you explain, or if somebody is asking you what does this p value actually means, why are we using it, and what does that signifies here? Can you explain confidence intervals to our stakeholders, and why is it used? Why we have used confidence intervals in this part of the problem? Why not something else? So if we are not able to interpret that one, and we are just becoming again, we pushing buttons, and we are not, executors. So the missing link is that statistical literacy is very important. We are going to build the statistical literacy, which transforms from you and I being just as a code executor into a data interpreter and a decision maker. Statistics is so important. So that is what we will be working in all these series. The next thing in this particular statistical series, what is the journey that we will be having? The first thing is that we will master all the core concepts, without overly drowning into mathematical proofs. Our main concept, our main idea, goal is to be a very good, fundamentally strong data analyst and fundamentally strong data scientist. For that, whatever is the fundamental needed for statistics, we will master that one instead of overly drowning in a mathematical proofs and academic jargon. We are not getting into too many of problem statements. We are learning the foundations related to data science and data analyst. And after learning, we will be learning whatever the statistical concepts that we have learned. We will try to apply that statistical concept to a real data set and solve a real world problem. Okay. And the third thing is that we will also be learning some machine learning algorithms and trying to understand, how algorithm actually work beneath the surface. We are not going to, just to implement them. First, existing machine learning algorithms will be there, right? We are trying to take that one, understand how this algorithm is working, understand what are the statistical concept that is using, so that when we get into a machine learning concept or in a series when we are learning, all these concepts will help us to understand that machine learning concept in much better way. And then we are trying to build, evaluate, and explain models with confidence. And we are also having a statistical rigor that we have understood the fundamentals, confidently. Okay, what is the promise that I can give you while we are traveling or learning this statistics? My promise to you is that they will not be, immediately when I say statistics, we will all be saying, oh no, that's a huge dry mathematics. No, the first promise is that no dry mathematics, no just concept. We will focus on intuition, practical application, and then, we will try to have a lot of problem solving. So this makes this concept, this particular statistic series inclined people who are interested or people who are aspiring to be a data analyst or a data science, that will really help them. The second thing is that, we will be focusing more on real world examples. Like every concept of a statistical concept that we will be learning, it will be backed up with some business use case, some sports use case, or some with the health scenarios, so that you are not only learning the concept, but you're also learning the use case, and see how that use case is solving its problem by this statistical concept. And all these things, whatever I'm going to teach you, will be a step by step process, where a complex idea will be digested into small pieces with explanations and with the practical exercises. This will make your fundamentals in statistics a stronger one. Okay. And sorry for to use this word code monkey, but we are all code monkey. We see one person doing it, and we do the same thing without understanding the reason why we are doing it. So for an example or a metaphor I'm using, that we wanted to move from code monkey to a data expert. So it is a three-step process. Let's understand what is happening here. Before running models, before joining the series, before we learn from the series, we are all running models without understanding why they work and why they fail. If at all it is failing, we will not have an understanding why it is failing. Or if it is working also, we will not know how is it working. But during this series, we will learn statistical principles that make a data science and AI possible. So we will learn all statistic principles related to data science and data analysts, and we will try to back up with a use case and try to solve a real world problem. After completing this series, you will be confidently building and explaining, trusting your models with the statistical backing, because you have already know fundamentals of statistics, and that will enable you to be a very good thinker. So here I want to transform someone from just running code into someone who truly understand the beauty and the essence of data. The last thing, what are the things that we are going to, bridge the gap? What are the things that we are going to? By the end of this series, you won't just run models, that is for sure. You will understand them, explain them to stakeholders if it is needed, and you will be confident and trusting your results, because you know the fundamentals of statistics, and you know why it is used, how it is used, and for what purpose it is used. So you will be able to confidently explain a model. And then statistics, I want to say, it is just not a subject, it is just not a other skill that you should be adding on your CV. This is the foundation, this is your basement, this is something that it will transform you from just being a code executor into a true data professional. So for these things, I want to leave you with the three notes. First thing is that understand why behind every algorithm that I will be teaching. Okay. And the next thing is that I will make sure that everything is data driven decisions with the confidence, because everything we are statistically trying to gather significance. And the last thing is that you will be confidently communicating insights with actual matter. Okay, so by this, I want to conclude and say that, from today onwards, we will be having a statistical series launched by me. And over the period of time, every day there would be one video. And in the next video, I will share the statistics syllabus that I have compiled for data analysis and data science. And if you are learning this one, these statistics concepts, this will in a way help you to be a very good data scientist and a fundamentally strong data analyst. Okay, thank you guys. See you in the next video.